Are you saying she wants to be divorced?
I feel that she doesn't like her husband. I feel she disrespects him profusely. From shut up and eat a biscuit to his penis is small and everything above.
You want a husband. Girl, you want a husband.
Ooh-wee. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Sammy Sampi and today we're going to talk about reunion part 1 of Married to Medicine. So the reunion started before the reunion even started. We have Dr. Contessa, who is tired with Dr. Evenly and basically came into a trailer ready to attack her. But you know how Dr. Evenly is. Dr. Evenly still got something to say. And at some point, we see Dr. Simone telling the camera crew to take Dr. Contessa away. And I was like, okay, Dr. Simone, look at you holding Dr. Evenly and everything. Seems like they're super close right now. And she's not saying it for Dr. Contessa. Do you think it's because there's more to it? Or do you think that it's just because she's not happy with Dr. Contessa trying to go physical with Dr. Evenly? I'm not going to lie, this looks extremely bad on Dr. Contessa. I don't care what Dr. Evenly did to her, the way she came at her and everything. As a doctor, at some point, we're going to have to be honest, this is not looking good at all. The worst part is when Dr. Evenly is telling Andy that, oh my God, she's so shocked by what Dr. Contessa did to her. And Andy is like, really? And she's like, Andy, don't try to take someone's part and everything. He's like, I don't take someone's part. I'm to Switzerland and everything. And I'm like, oh my God, it's so funny. I kind of like Andy with the Married to Medicine crew. I think that usually this is one of the franchise that I watch where I feel like he's able to be fair. I do not like to see him dealing with the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills lady, for example. But with the Married to Medicine, I think he does a pretty good job in general at being the Switzerland he said that he is. So now we're on the stage. All the ladies are there. They're looking pretty good. I feel like some of those dresses look better in reality than in the picture, especially Quad's dress. Wow, Quad she's a fine lady. From the beginning, Andy is asking all the right questions. He starts kind of on the nice side, talking to Quad, asking her about a nephew, how he's doing, how it has been for her to go from a single woman to now a parent, to move in a family with her and everything. He asked her about her house and everything. And you know how Quad is. Quad loves a moment where she's going to reveal. She's going to say how she didn't really need much adjustments, you know. They all agreed with it in her family. She talks about a new home and how she paid for herself and how she paid her contractor $250,000. I mean, y'all know how Quad is. Quad is a #1 supporter. And whenever she's talking, we see Toya. She's annoyed. She's like huffing and puffing. She's speaking and everything. And you can see that she's sending some digs, notably to Dr. Simone. And the whole situation about her sleeping with her contractor comes in and everything. And you know how Quad is when she feels like she's doing the right thing. She's talking about how she didn't do nothing. She paid the man. She's friend with the man's wife and whoever they're talking about. This is not who she is. Why are they putting a black woman down for buying something on her own? And I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. It's not that I agree with Quad or not, but sometimes it's like them if you do, them if you don't. You're gonna be mad at Toya and her husband because they're always moving houses. And now you have Quad that bought that huge house and did that, and now you're questioning. And Quad is saying that, listen, I'm not you. You have 2 kids, you're paying for college, you have a husband, you're doing a bunch of stuff that I'm not doing. So I don't have the responsibilities that you have. I must be honest though, even though Quad, I would say, is a little bit more fashionista than the other group, I feel like she was always living, okay. And when I say okay, was never that big. She was never really doing big things like that. We saw her getting a car, but that was way after. But at the beginnings, I don't think Quad was known to be an overspender. So she might really be good with her money. Maybe some money was given to her with some men she's sleeping with. I don't know. But obviously stuff are going on that Quad doesn't want us to know. That's what I'm saying. And then they're talking about the check from Married to Medicine. I thought they were making a lot of money from Married to Medicine. Those ladies got me confused, y'all. I don't know. What do y'all think? Then they talk about the situation with Toya, and if Toya had an opinion whenever she saw Quad's home, and Toya is like, I'm not like Quad and them. I don't have an opinion on people's home and everything. And I'm like, what don't I believe Toya? I don't believe Toya. Toya always have an opinion on stuff. But yeah, that's when they start going back and forth, and it's little. Toya is saying, Quad has accused Toya of not loving her husband, and Toya is accusing Quad of being jealous. I mean, they go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. It was little. It was little. I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of more on Toya's side. Whenever I go back and I look at the season, I just don't know what Toya did to Quad for Quad to be so mad at her. You know what I mean? I feel that Toya is mad at Quad because Anila told her that Quad was the one that invited the lady that went and said that she slept with another man. But why is Quad so mad at Toya though? Can anybody come into my comments and respond to this? Why is Quad so mad at Toya? I don't understand. I really don't get it.
What's up with all those receipts they all brought out and all the polygraph tests they brought out? Toya brought out a bunch of receipts to show she's making money, to make a point to say that Quad don't make no money. She was supposed to have a contract with BCBG, but she never brought it up. So she's giving all the receipts she got. And you know how Andy is. He loves that type of stuff. So he's reading it one by one and saying how she's making $7,000 a month and $6,000 a month and all that. Congratulations, Toya. I'm happy for you on that. But it still doesn't change the fact that Quad don't want to tell you what she been doing. It is what it is. Quad brought a polygraph to show that she's not sleeping with a married man, because you know Quad, she loves to have the last word. But the surprise was Anila. Anila also brought a polygraph to prove that she has not been staging a home invasion. Listen, those ladies, they're a mess. At the end of the day, people are going to believe what they want to believe. But I must say that this season, they came with a lot of receipt. Do you think that them coming with the receipt will make us not believe them or believe them? What do y'all think? Let me know in the comments.
Then from there, I mean, they go back and forth. They go back and forth. Everybody else is listening. Nobody else is chiming in because those are two big ass mouths, and they'll figure it out. And Andy asked about Anila and the whole burglary thing. Anila said that this was not the first time that her home was getting burglar. This is the second time. And Andy's like, what? And this is the second time and you still live over there? And she's like, this is my dream home. We spent years building it and it's not that easy to leave. But at some point, if things continue that way, we probably will be forced to. Listen, I don't know. Then whenever they showed Anila social media following, and we saw that she really doesn't have that much social media follower like that. So it's kind of weird, right? A part of me is like, man, maybe you could have used your notoriety on Married to Medicine to do the things that you did. But obviously there is something going on that they don't want to tell. What do y'all think this is? I know a lot of you said that it's possible that she may have the burglaries and everything, but I'm like, who would want to go through all that? Like, I don't know, y'all, but obviously, is it possible for Anila to get $500,000 worth of furniture with the social media following that she has? I don't know. I just started into this whole social media thing. I'm a new here, so there's a lot of knowledge that I don't have, but for those of you that may have some, let me know in the comments. I'm not going to lie, this part 1 was explosive, but I was kind of tired, y'all. I was kind of tired of them fighting. I feel like it's getting nasty. One of the reasons why I love Married to Medicine so much is because I always felt like they were like some true type of sisterhood between the ladies. And we haven't really seen that, y'all. We haven't really seen that. And it's just a lot. What do y'all think? At some point, they're talking about Dr. Evanly. They're showing like highlight on her, talking about the relationship with her sister, talking about if she has been grieving the death of her mom, and she's saying that she has not been doing so. Sad. I feel bad for Dr. Evenly. I like the fact that Dr. Evenly agreed that she does need therapy. Dr. Evenly, you need to go to therapy, because how old is Dr. Evenly? 50, 52, 52, 55-year-old? You still gonna be talking about your childhood trauma, girl? Work on it. Work on it and make that a souvenir. That's it, y'all. That's it for reading part 1 of Married to Medicine. We know it's about to go down between Dr. Evenly and Dr. Contessa on part 2. We've seen Dr. Contessa's husband rapping, which is quite interesting. And yeah, we'll be there. We'll talk about it next week. On this note, for those of you that are new here, welcome. And I invite you to, And for those of you that have been here with me, supporting me, thank you all so much for your support. And I'll see you all next week.